Welcome to the City of the Wolves. Today I'll be going through the base roster's arcade stories, summarize what the heck happened and rank them on a tier list. The tiers will be categorized from D to A tier. Sorry Ronaldo, but you're gonna have to wait for the rest of Season 1. The premise of this game is that Rock's mom is alive but is being held as ransom by Mr. Big. The demands are Geese's legacy. Fortunately, Billy has them, so that's cool. But unfortunately, he loses it because we needed the drama, and now Rock has to earn the legacy back by competing in the latest King of Fighters tournament. If you haven't watched my recap yet, now would be a good time to see who is even Geese and Rock to begin with. I covered the canonical 5 entries of the series, so do take a look. Anyway, the tournament is hosted by Stroheim. Look, Real Bout 2 is not canon, unless I see Krauser in the flesh. So it's probably another member of the family or a sussy baka. Let's start with Rock. Rock makes it to the finals at Geese's tower and surprisingly he faces Terry again. They have a quick catch up before getting ready to fight. Oh, and Kine and Billy are just there I guess. Rock best Terry again claims Geese's legacy. Mr. Big arrived with Rock's mother, Mary, to the tower.
Well, how's that for a happy ending?
You're not having ominous music while saying this doesn't end well, Terry. So yeah, for some reason a dude from the Art of Fighting series jumps on Mr. Big. Mr. Big defends himself, but Mary is like knocked down. Whoops. So yeah, Rock just panics and blacks out. Then we see Rock in his inner thoughts. Apparently he has someone convincing him to accept being evil in the usual stick. That someone is Rock and I'm sorry, I cannot take this seriously. That has to be a cheap Halloween getup. So yeah, Rock just beats himself. Sounds very weird out of context and purges his inner demon. In reaction, he comes back to reality and notices the legacy is burned up. Before Rock's inner voices could disappear, it lets out an apology. And then it shows Rock a flashback of Geese and his mom. It turns out Geese wanted to keep Rock and his mom safe because of the life he lives as a crime boss. The younger Geese then faces Rock and tells Rock to live for himself. Turns out the legacy was the Jinn Scrolls, which Billy didn't get rid of despite being told by Geese. We'll get to that in Billy's ending. So yeah, the Scrolls gave him a negative influence and now that's taken care of, he's gonna be alright. Also Mary's fine too. Rock and Mary have a reunion, everyone lives happily ever after. Wait, where's Mr. Big though? So Rock decides to live for himself after parting words with Kine, Billy, and Mary. He gets to meet Terry on the train and thanks him for everything.
Terry! Thank you! Thank you for everything!
There's nothing that needs saying anymore, Rock. Let's spar together again sometime, okay?
No way. They actually did the OG callback ending. Okay. Is that a heavy machine gun? Cinema tier. Yeah, we make things up as we go now. Next is Terry. Brother! Terry Bogard gets wind of the tournament and expects Rock to be there, so he enters. He meets Rock at the finals and we have a similar catch-up like before, but Terry wins the bout this time. Knowing the situation, he helps Rock by passing the legacy to him. But yeah, of course, Mary collapses and Rock crashes out again. This time, Geese Howard cosplay takes form and attacks Terry. Terry knocks some sense back into Rock, but his habits of kicking people off of towers accidentally push Rock off the building.
Rock!
Terry grabs Rock at the last minute and Rock gains consciousness. Feeling that he'll drag Terry down, he lets go of Terry's hand in the edgiest way possible.
Goodbye.
You're really giving up?
But then Billy makes a huge clutch and saves both Rock and Terry.
You okay?
Bro, you almost died. Are you okay? Wait, that wasn't the first time.
Hey, come on!
Never mind, wrong timeline. So the story ends similar to Rock's. Rock has a reunion with his mom and everyone's happy. Near the end, we see Terry on the train recalling some conversations with Maya and Andy. Turns out he's gonna leave Southtown for a while.
Okay!
Cinema tier. Now we go through the rest of the roster starting with Vox Reaper. Now I know he's like a new character, but he started the lore, trust me. He was initially an assassin sent to kill Kine, but Grant stopped him and instead of getting rid of him, Grant basically trained him since. And now he'll have to earn the loyalty of Kine by winning the tournament and acquiring the legacy. Vox makes it to the finals and challenges Kine. Grant is there spectating, requesting Kine to take Vox under him if he wins. Vox manages to win and secure the legacy, but that one guy from Art of Fighting attempts to jump at Mary and Rock crashes out again. Jeez, this is like that one anime where a certain negative trauma just turns you evil. Vox knocks some sense back into Rock. Grant meanwhile just dies, I think? The following day, Marie and Vox are having tea, and someone is about to raid the mansion, but Vox was like one step ahead. Yeah, maybe just don't raid in broad daylight, guys. Vox earned Kain's trust and now works for him. He'll take up the mantle of Grant in memory. I suppose we can bring up the Grant death counter, because pretty sure he died in Mark of the Wolves, so now it's 2. B tier. Next is Preacha. She has the mentality that everything can be explained with science, but is she mental enough to become a mad scientist? She basically learns from Joe just so she can learn to do hurricanes for scientific reasons. And now she wants to explore more in the tournament. She makes it to the finals and faces Tizok. After the scholar wrestling talk, they had a bout and Preacha won. As she was going to inspect the legacy, Rock crashes out. Dude, was he like in the crowd and be like, damn, I couldn't make it to the finals? Fuck it, we ball. Preacha is flabbergasted by the scroll's spiritual effect on Rock. After beating him, she passes the scrolls to Rock so he can free his mom. That's kinda nice of her. Joe then makes an appearance congratulating Preacha, but Preacha wasn't having it. D tier. Moving on to Kain's story, his motive is similar to Rock's: secure the legacy and save his sister. He makes it to the finals and faces Vox. Grant, of course, wants Kain to take Vox under his wing, but Kain has doubts, seeing that he previously tried to assassinate him. He challenges him for life or death, but after defeating him, he has a change of heart and considers him by his side. Meanwhile, Mr. Big and Marie are jumped by the Yakuza. Where are these guys coming from? Kain and Grant take matters into their own hands and beat the Yakuza, while Vox and Mr. Big get married to safety. Kain and Grant have a moment of closure before Grant passes. That's 3 deaths so far. A tier. Now we have Marco Rodriguez. His dojo sign was stolen, so he had to continue training in Yuri's fitness center. He enters the tournament under the hunch that the guy who stole his sign would compete, and turns out it was Vox. So yeah, Vox basically ruined his life by trashing the dojo. Marco of course beats him up and gets his sign back.
The sign! Give me the sign! Whoa! Woohoo! Mission complete! Yeah!
With the victory and dojo sign in hand, Marco quickly becomes the talk of the town. An overnight sensation, no buts about it, that's right. Turns out Rio, Robert, and Yuri have a business trip to Japan, so they let Marco in charge of the fitness club as a new dojo. Cinema. Tizok enters the tournament to raise the spirit of an injured fan who cheers for him. At the finals, he faces Vox, who also ruined his life by beating him in the events before the Mark of the Wolves. Dude, Vox is just a straight up heel. Tizok wins the bout but is exhausted. Nonetheless, he appears for the event the child was cheering him on, while the child is going through his own battle. Surgery. A tier. B. Janet wants her received against Kain and Grant for the mishaps of the last tournament. She defeats Vox and Kain in the finals. Meanwhile, Grant just dies again, I guess. Bring in the counter. But then Janet understands that Kain was trying to secure the legacy to save his sister. So she hands him back the scroll and heads off. Also, the Lydia Knights patch up Grant and he's okay now. Oh, guess we can undo the death count. This is like one of those Baki memes. A tier. Kato is on his quest for revenge, as he expects his dad to appear in the tournament. Instead, Kain was the final opponent. He claims he killed Gato's mom, but a dying Grant in the corner says otherwise. Okay, Grant accidentally killed their mom because he dipped? Hotaru was there listening and whoa, wait.
Why? You're not my brother, right? This is none of your business!
I am your brother, Hotaru.
So Gato and Hotaru's dad appears and let them know that killing Grant would be pointless as he's gonna die anyway. And then he just dips. Okay. Gato and Hotaru reunite for a common cause, to find their dad and beat the shit out of them. B tier. Kevin is assigned to secure the scrolls as per higher-ups orders. He makes it to the finals and faces Terry. Blue Mary, didn't expect to see her, mentions that Freeman could be around, but after the bout, Rock crashes out again. Dude, how did he even get there? During the scuffle between Kevin and Rock, Mary took Marky to safety, though they were almost killed by Freeman, until Kevin and Terry made the clutch. And then Mary and Terry got a sweet moment. How are they not a couple yet? B tier. Hotaru's story is like Gato's indirectly. She manages to find her brother in the finals and defeats him. Also, their dad appears out of nowhere. Feeling shunned aside by her dad, she beats him up with Gato's help. They reconcile and live together now. C tier. Okoto Maru enters the tournament at the request of Andy to secure the scrolls. He manages to beat Mai and Terry and is praised by Andy. Then he looks for a job. D tier. Mai enters the tournament to secure the scrolls, but her real intention is just to find Andy. She makes it to the finals and is even greeted by Sokaku. Putting their differences aside, they exorcise the shit out of the scrolls. Mai then meets up with Andy and have a moment together. A tier. Next is Billy. Oh boy. So I don't know why SNK gave like a huge critical lore dump to Billy's story. Remember he was supposed to get rid of the scrolls when he didn't? I mean, he must have thought like, how will this affect the kid and all, so he ignored it. Well, turns out the scrolls are bound by blood, and Guy, Stroheim, and even Rock are connected to the Jin bloodline. That clearly explains the influence it had on Rock throughout the stories. Pretty much Billy fumbled right there, but was able to make amends in the end. A tier. Don Juan wants to rise higher than his dad. And get women. He actually scores a date with the preacher by the finals under a dare. Meanwhile, Kim is always watching him from a distance.
Wait!
C tier. Finally, we're at Salvatore and yo! It's Duck King! Salvatore shows off his DJ martial arts to Mai and Terry, while Duck King approves. He is then struck with creative inspiration to start etching the floor.
What's gotten into him?
Well, when creative types get hit with a great idea, it's like nothing else matters. Probably happening right now.
Right. It's a bummer I can't read music. Hey, Duck, is it any good?
Shh! Quiet, Terry! Let him concentrate.
Reach the conclusion and boom!
Duck tier, let's fucking go! And so this is the final tier list. Let me know in the comments which ending you liked the most. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please do drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time.